so much, sir, for letting us come sit with you. I know you're a very busy man, so I really do appreciate the time that you've made for us. For the sake of our viewers, could you introduce yourself and tell us the work that you guys do here?
Thank you, madam. Thank you for catching up with this very Monday.
Yes.
Yes, you are welcome. I learned you are from a very far place. You had to be on flight before you got here. Thank you very much for the job that you are doing for the Ghanaian people. I am Honorable Atta Boafo, that is my name. I am the Consul General here. I will first say that I previously worked with the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly as the transport manager.
Okay.
And then I moved to Ghana Parliament. I was a member of Parliament for Mena constituency in Ashanti region. And then from there, I was posted by the president when the government won in 2016 to Congo Brazzaville as the Consul General there. And then after the second term, I am posted here as the Consul General for the Ghana Permanent Mission of the United Nations.
Okay.
That is the Ghana mission. So I'm here as the Consul General.
Okay. How long has it been since you took office?
Over here, I started from July, the middle of July. So let's take maybe August, September, October. Yes. Here and then we're about 4 months now.
Okay, great. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, now let's get really into the nitty-gritty. Yes. The questions that I really want to ask.
Don't worry.
So a lot of Ghanaians in the diaspora, including myself, we have tons of complaints about the Ghana embassy in both New York, in Washington, and reason I say that is the service is terrible. I'll go straight to the point. The service is terrible. I remember when I came here to get and that was my first time, I came to get a passport. It was very tedious. I felt like, nobody was saying anything. I was just sitting down. There was no direction. I felt like the people were just sitting in the back. I didn't know what was going on. I was very frustrated. And then, finally, after hours and hours, because I flew in to get it done so I could go back. And so then after I think a couple of hours, I got it done, and then it took about almost 8 months for me to get my passport.
Wow.
It was ridiculous. Now, another issue is when you call, recently, I think just a couple of days ago, my niece was calling me because she's also trying to make a trip to Ghana. She has a visa, but then I think it was just one entry, even though it says the expiration date is I think 5 years from now. And so she wasn't sure. She kept calling, and no one answers the phone. What's up with that?
Yes, thank you for this very question. And it's a question that many people used to ask previously. And from your point of statement, I do not know when that incident happened. From what I am getting from you, it means therefore that it happened maybe about a year or 2 years back.
About a year ago.
Yes.
Yes.
I am saying that this very year there has been a form of some form of changes which has cropped up in New York Consulate. I'm talking of New York Consulate because I'm here.
Okay.
It's a human institution that we are working with, and then all the same, it is coupled with technology. I think my predecessors, they did their best to make sure that things do well for the Ghanaian people and people who want to visit Ghana. I have come to continue, but also to improve the system. Which I think we've made a headway now. We've made a headway. Why do I say that? As speaking, any other request made by people are attended to.
Okay.
Let's take, for instance, the passports. For us, and since I came, I know the passports you have about 4 or 3 main reasons for me to make sure that my people get passport. One, it is going to even help us to have the true data of Ghanaians in America.
Okay.
Or within the New York enclave. That is one. Two, I also wish that the offspring or the children of our Ghanaian people possess passports to enable them know their roots.
Okay.
Because if a child is here and is having only the American passport, he doesn't see where he's coming from. But we are encouraging them to bring the kids so that we can give them the passport. So that anytime when he picks the Ghana passport, then he knows that he's a Ghanaian. And then the other thing is that we expect Ghanaians who are here not to suffer when they want to go to Ghana.
Okay.
You don't need a visa if you're holding a Ghanaian passport. And now that even the COVID is even in place, instead of going to pay $150, you pay $50 for some other activities in Ghana as a Ghanaian.
Okay.
And on the other hand, you will always benefit from so many activities in Ghana when you are having the Ghana passport, because that's your identity. You can use it to travel to all the West Coast, that is the ECOWAS countries, if you're having the Ghana passport. And to the best of my knowledge, any other thing that is happening in Ghana, you will be part of it. That's why I am sure we have to encourage people to get the Ghana passport.
Okay.
And fortunate for us, Ghanaians who have Ghana passport have never disgraced themselves throughout the whole world. If you compare, I'll never mention names of certain countries, but if you compare those countries, especially some of the African countries, Ghana is so important to mention. And people even get to Ghana and decide to own the citizenship of Ghana. Just because you know how we have performed in terms of political spheres, economic, then the human aspect that we attach to the activities that we do. So my dear sister, I want to assure you that we are bent on ensuring that people get a passport. And why do we do that? The problems that they were going through was that, you know, the technology that was being used those days, people were not abreast with the way they had to use it. Because previously you just bring in your form, and then, but now because of technology, everything is being done on the computer. So we've started educating the people on how best to ensure that they can go on the computer and then do the inputs. When you do it, it gets straight into our system before even you bring copies of your this, so that we identify you. And then if it is for the renewal of your passport, we only have to put you through. We take your biodata, your official, and we do everything for you. And then we allow you for about 3 weeks to 6 weeks. Everything should be okay for you. So there has been a tremendous improvement over here, and then I can assure you, if anybody has problems, the only thing is that my door is open. And then I've also, you know, the people who are down there working, we've seen that there has been so many changes so far this year. There have been changes of the staff too. And you know, I believe in the way that we have to motivate the workers who work, because they are also human beings. You understand? And then if you look at times, well, I don't normally stay in the office. I am always down there to see exactly what things do happen in there. Somebody who can, the way that you also talk to the people, you know, if you are not careful and then you also try to retaliate, it wouldn't all get well for the consulate or for Ghana in general. Because here people do not just come in here for the sake of being happy and coming here. Somebody can be here troubled or maybe under pressure. So it is our duty to at least accept some of these things. So I'm almost always there to make sure that we understand the system. And I can assure you, you can talk to people outside. It is, I'm not saying it is 100%, but we are handling it. And then you talked about calling. Yes, it's a fact. Many people call and then they complain. In most cases, our system is so jammed to the extent that many people will be calling at every point in time. So now we have just earmarked a particular person to be on the phone. And it starts in the morning from 10 o'clock to 4 when we are working. You understand? That is the time that he's also a worker. Those people are workers. And then we've got the line which answers questions, maybe that is like any other place.
Okay.
Yes, they do that. But you see that at any point our system is so much loaded that not all people get the information. As for that one, we are still improving it. But I think in the aspect of human relationship, our doors are open. We are working for Ghanaians, and many people have started receiving their passports.
Okay, great. I'm glad that you mentioned, all the reasons why you need Ghanaians in the diaspora and even their kids who were born here to have, to possess a Ghana passport, to be able to go back home when they want to and be able to participate in, whatever rights or, I guess, privileges that the Ghanaian citizen, it's available for them. Now, can you stress on some of the changes that you've made and some of, the implementations that you've put in place to ensure that things are not the way it used to be? Like some of the points that I mentioned and, the frustrations getting through the phone, the attitude, the delay, it was such a lackadaisical attitude when you came in here. It wasn't encouraging at all. So what strategic implementations have you put in place to ensure that those things do not happen again?
Let me assure you that the system is put in place. The system is there. And the systems are being used by human beings.
Okay.
You understand? So, I said earlier on that the people who are working there should be motivated. That one has been done. They have one way or the other been orientated.
Okay.
They are being conscientized as to how best their services are needed by the Ghanaian populace. And at the same time, I being the leader, we do it leadership by example. Okay. If I'm also down there and then we are working, certain things happen, and then maybe I quickly intervene to make sure that things are. So the moment I started that, it is not going to be always I should be there.
Okay.
It is going to take a scope, because everybody knows that this is how I want my work. I want my work to be done. You understand? And then I've got some other officers who have also come to join. That is from Accra, and they've all been able to listen to people outside as to what previously was happening. And then considering all these things, all of us have put our head. You see, I believe in unity of purpose. You see, if you are a leader and then you do not allow your followers to be with you, then you wouldn't be a very good leader. I make sure that each and every one does his work according to his level, and then we also make sure that we do not let people know that we are serving them this year and then getting some things from them. No, it is our duty to serve them. We don't need anything from them. If even you finish, I can send you to the office where they work. We do not even take anything from anybody. What you are supposed to pay is what you pay, and that is what the government use. So a situation where somebody will be coming in and then we are servants. I'm here, I'm the chief servant here. You understand? So we are all serving our people. That is where we have to calm down. So the measures that are put in place are motivation, leadership skills, and then make sure that we try to empathize with our people, understand the Ghanaians, the way some of them also behave, the reason why they are here. Because they are our brothers, they are our sisters. Why should we allow them to suffer when they come here?
Okay.
So the atmosphere is quite serene for everybody. Today, many people have been there. Some were even at the second floor waiting for their turn to go. And then we are making sure that whenever they come, they are listened to and everything goes on.
Okay, well, I guess I speak for the audience when I say new king, new law. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll see, and we'll hold you to your word.
No problem.
That things are different.
Yes.
And so you guys start calling and let's see, send us your feedback. Let us know if things are exactly the way that the Honorable is saying, because we do also want to give him the feedback to see that, okay, the people are doing what they're supposed to do. Now let's move on to another topic pretty quickly. So you mentioned earlier on that you want Ghanaians, so parents who are Ghanaians, you want
Yeah.
your children to be able to possess a Ghanaian passport.
Yeah.
So are you saying that even though the child was born here, you know, as long as the parents are Ghanaians, they can
Yes.
come and get a passport for the child?
Yes.
Okay.
What happens is that we only need the birth certificate of the child. He was born here. We need the birth certificate, and then a consent letter from the parents, because we do not want anybody to come and then somebody else will be claiming that this is my child or that, and then the identity of the parents, either both if they are still in living, the father and mother. If they are not, at least the mother, then any of them can bring their identity, and then we can, from there we can do it for them.
Okay.
So that is it.
So does it have to be both parents are Ghanaians, or it just has to be
Yes,
one?
we would prefer both, but if one is not, our system, there could be some divorce and
Okay.
a whole lot of things. But we accept that if a parent comes in and then he owns up with the identity, we go ahead.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying that for the sake of our audience. And so the biggest one that I wanted us to talk about is the Ghana card. How do Ghanaians abroad get the Ghana card? Say if I want to get a card to be able to go, let's say maybe during an election, so I want to go home and vote.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
First and foremost, I would like to entreat our people over here that it has just started. It's a process that the current government has initiated, making sure that all Ghanaians got their card. It's now in Ghana. They are doing it. It is a policy. How best we can roll it out. Those of our people who are here holding the Ghana passport, one way or the other, is assumed they have their identity.
Okay.
So that is what the foundation that we have, that's the fundamental thing that we have. And I know government is of the view that every Ghanaian will be having a Ghana card as time goes, because it's a new thing that is being rolled over in Ghana. And even us speaking in Ghana, not all the people have got it. You understand? Despite the fact, you see, it needs education. Why do we need the Ghana card? It's very handy. Do you see? And then government is trying to put in it so many benefits, where at a point you can go to any other place just with the card, instead of carrying along with so many cards to perform some activity like social security, this, that, so many things, just like what is happening over here.
Not to cut you off, I was actually going to ask you, my follow-up question was some of the benefits of having the Ghana card.
Yes, if you're having it identifies you when you are in Ghana. Now we are making sure that all the workers, the social security, now we are putting everything in it. And then there will be a time, the health, we're having a card, the card for our health system. You understand? National health insurance, it's going to be part of it. And then at certain points, I'm saying that it is being rolled on, like you will eventually get to a point where we can even use it for voting, if all these things come to play. That's why I said earlier on that it is a process by government. And those people who are doing this digitization are doing their best to make sure that they imbue it in a card. So for us, we think it is a very noble idea under the auspices of the Vice President, His Excellency Alhaji Bawumia, and his team, that is the economic management team. They are putting all these things together. So I can assure our people here that they should exercise restraint, they should be patient, and since we are rolling it out, there will be a time each and every Ghanaian will be having his card.
Okay, my next question is actually based on, it kind of links into what we're just talking about. In terms of voting, so I think what you're saying, if I understand correctly, is that you don't necessarily, having a Ghana card doesn't necessarily mean you can vote with that. It's not.
Now it is
separate.
not.
Okay.
Now it is not.
Okay.
Because we have a voter's ID card.
Okay.
Yes, we have it. So it makes it different. That's why I'm saying that now that government wants to put all these things into one basket, eventually the Ghana card will be holding all these things.
Okay. So then my next question is, if Ghanaians in the diaspora, are we allowed to go home to vote? Can we do that, or we don't qualify?
if only you register.
Okay.
You know, going to vote, you know, we have to vote through a database system. Otherwise, each and every one will just wake up and go and vote. This year, if at times also, you know, when we want to commence maybe political activities and voting, we have to register all the people so that the Electoral Commission will be having a comprehensive data of the people who are going to vote. You understand? So that when the voting is counted, we know that this percentage had this or this percentage had that. We have that data. So you have to register, and then you are given a voter's ID card before you can vote. But if you haven't the Ghana passport, and then you are in Ghana, and then they are just preparing for voting, you can go there and then register, and then you have your voter's ID card. Not until maybe the Ghana card is one way or another gets in to replace some of this. We are using the voters ID card.
Okay. Do you anticipate as to when these changes?
It will be difficult. It will be difficult because some of these policies are driven by government institutions, and then we have to look at the timelines, how all these things. And you know, there are some policies. The moment you want to roll it out, you have to make sure that all the people are well educated, they understand it before you roll these things out. And then we have also got some other corporate institutions or private people who one way or another also do their inputs. You understand, in some of these. So I think we are yearning to make sure that it comes on early, so that this system where we have to be using any cards for any other thing at any point in time is reduced.
Okay. Thank you so much for just sitting with us and really kind of walking us through the process of how things are done here, the changes that have been made. I'm more kind of very interested in the changes that have been made because I had a very unpleasant
yes
experience.
Yes.
I don't ever want to go through that again.
No.
But what will be, I know you're a very busy man, we'll let you go. What will be your last words to your fellow Ghanaians in...
I would tell my brothers and sisters, I'm not going to say fellow, they are brothers and sisters, that this place is for them. This is their house. When you have problems, you quickly run to the Ghana Consulate. And it is our duty to admit them. It is their money. It is their taxes that are used to pay us. We do agree. And we will also beg them to bear with us when they also see, because we are human beings, and anything at all can happen. We will do our best, and they should also be very, very cautious in dealing with us. Somebody can come here, and at times, madam, if you happen to listen to the way and words that they say here, such a person cannot go to any other American embassy or anything and
behave like that. Okay.
Just because we are all Ghanaians. At times we also take it that, okay, it could be through frustration. That's why people are doing that. But we beg them, this is their home. They can come down here. Our doors are opened. And anytime at all they come, we will just work for them. We are prepared to work for them and work well for them. Not just working, but working well for them. That's what we can assure.
Okay, I know I said that was my last question, but this is really my last question. So aside from someone coming, like a Ghanaian coming in here for obviously it's the consulate, and so aside they coming in for a passport, renewal of a passport, or things in that regard, what other services can they come here for?
They come here for a visa.
Okay, visa, yes.
Yes, they come here for a visa.
And those are non-Ghanaians?
Yes. If you are not a Ghanaian and you want to go to Ghana, you pass through here. You only bring maybe the person who invited you, the person's ID, and then where you will be going to stay if you are not a Ghanaian. And then in fact, if you go to our system, everything is on it, the amount to pay. There are some who will be trying to have multiple visa. Some people will be having just a single visa entry. And then all those amounts are just spelled out on our network. That is a Ghana Consulate New York.org.
Okay.
Ghana Consulate New York.org. You will get all these informations there. And maybe if I could help you, people were also troubled about dual citizenship. Yes, previously people were yearning that want dual citizenship because they have the Ghana, the American passport. Now that it is opened that you can use your Ghana passport here without taking a visa, there's no need now, because now it delays. If you want to secure a dual citizenship, it takes between 6 months to 1 year.
Okay.
Because it has to pass through a whole lot of ministries in Ghana before the approval is given. Ministry of Interior and then so many places before. But if you are having the Ghana passport, it works the same because you have the Ghana passport. And if you even have the dual citizenship, there's the need for you to have a Ghana passport.
Okay. So does that mean if I want to travel to Ghana, I can use a Ghana passport and then?
Yes, if you want to go to Ghana, you can use the Ghana passport. You go, but you should carry both passports, the American one, so that you show it to them. When you are coming to, you can come along with the American.
Okay.
Yes, passport.
That's right.
That is how it is.
Okay.
Yes. So we are trying our best to make sure that traveling from here to Ghana doesn't be a big problem, because you wouldn't need any visa if you are having a Ghanaian passport. That's why we want all our kids also to have it so that they can go to Ghana.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Thank you very much, madam. I
So
also appreciate your time, and then I can assure you we are not 100% okay, but we are doing our best. We only plead with our people to exercise restraint, and then we do our best for Ghanaians.
You've heard the Honorable. Please exercise restraint. Be patient when you come in. Have a good attitude. That way, the workers here can also assist you with whatever your needs are. But have a good attitude, please. Thank you.